Hello everyone and welcome back to memflow applied. In the last episode we made filtering so much faster, and this episode is gonna be all about quality of life. This time round we are adding writing. We will be able to override the values we scan for, so this will make it cheat engine like. So let's just get started, shall we? So first of all we need to define our write command. So it will be let's just say close to the end, and it will be, well, write or wr. It will be a write command. It will be something like write value, and what it needs the arguments, which is this line right here. So it needs the arguments to parse what value we want to write, of course. So it will be arguments. And what it needs, it also, I believe, will need the process memory. Process dot virtmem. We also need to know which type we've got, so it's the type name. And we need the last thing is the matches, right? Will be value scanner dot matches, I believe. If not, we will pass the whole thing over. And we will make the argument parsing inside because it has lots of things to parse. And we will just, I think, if it returns none, like if it errors out, we'll just print usage will be WR. What we want to pass? We want to pass the index of values which we want to write. So it will be index, or we might want to just write to all of the values. So it will be /all. We could write the value just once, or we could also make like this continuous write, constant override of the value, like force type thing. That's a feature in cheat engine. It's called force, which I believe it just constantly writes that value. So it will be once or continuous, and just the value. I believe that should be it. Don't forget to overflow that like button. This is the like button. It helps me tremendously. Thank you very much. And now we just need to define the write value function. So it will be pub fn, or like so. So you've got args, which will be str, type name, which will be a reference to option string. So matches will be just a list of addresses, I believe. Address. And virtmem, it will be simply implement virtual memory. And we will just have it set as mutable. And it returns, cannot find address. We will need to import it, I believe. It returns option of none. Use memflow types address. And it will be sum. Or we could just have result. Okay. If let error e equals write value is none, whatever. So it will be, we will need that usage right here. We will need it for later. Error, and it will be e dot as str. I believe something like so will work. Okay, and it's not is none. It will be to str. Here we go, to str. And we will need that thing right here, usage, later on. So what we are gonna do, we're gonna parse the arguments, right? So it will be words equals, we split 3 spaces, right? as simple as that. We're gonna do index mode value. It will be equal to just words.next. And we need to unwrap it somehow, right? Words.next, words.next. Okay, so this is tough. Oh, it's args. We can't return it like so because it will be, we don't have a conversion option and we need to apply the usage, but usage is let usage equals error other, and this will be okay or usage, okay or usage. Okay, so this will work, okay or usage. To represent index, one single index or all the values, we need to kind of instead represent it as a range, where if you pass an index, it will be just one value for that particular range. And here it will be, well, range from start to finish. So you can represent it using iterators, using skip and take. So it will be skip and take. And it will be if index equals the asterisk, then we will start at 0 and take, well, matches dot length. Else we start at index dot parse the index, so it will be usize. We need to map the error to error other failed to parse value, and we just parse it and we take just one value, and that will be our skip and take. And something's wrong right here. Map error. Oh, we don't care about that. It's not value first to parse index. Now we need to switch the mode of whether we want to continuously get something or just once. First of all, let's define the loop. Well, just one value. So first of all, we need to parse the value. So v will be just equals to parse input. So we have the input, which will be our value. Optional type name, it will be the type name. And we, okay, or error other failed to parse input value, something like that. And once you have that parsed, we're just gonna go ahead and do a really simple for match in matches dot iterator dot skip the skip amount and take the take amount. We're just gonna do a very simple mem dot put write raw. We write to the match address and we write the v buffer, which will be, it's a box, so we need to just dereference it and, or maybe dot as ref. Here we go. I think that should work out. I believe we might want to take partial result. You might want to do it. And then it's actually virt mem. Okay. Once you have that, we just print write done. And we also might want to write to matches from the start to finish. So it will be skip plus take -1. We also need to handle the case where where there are no matches. So it will be something like if matches dot is empty, I'm gonna return error other no matches found. Oh, we need to return error. And that's it. Now we need to parse the mode, which is right here. So it's either once or continuous. If it's continuous, you want to loop around. You want to loop around until some break condition, which I believe would be pressing enter or something, like passing a key to just stop, just stop. So it would be some kind of try get a line, try read line or something, and that is optional. We don't want to try get line if we're in once mode. I believe it just should be an option of whether you have it or not. So that will be get line function. So GL will be the variable thing. So get line will be match the mode. And if it's once, we have OK of none. If it's continuous, we will have OK of some a function like async getLine, which will return some kind of object which allows us to get a line, and everything else will be error other failed to parse mode, and we just unwrap it like so. Now we need to break if there is a get line. So it will be if let some try get line equals get line that as a reference, because we don't want to move the thing, or I believe we can just do GL like so. And if something will break, else we break immediately. Now what the thing is gonna be async get line. So let's go to get line. So it's this function, right? I believe it's actually stdio result like so. Async get line, it will return something. So async get line will just spawn a thread and wait for input in that thread. And once you get the input, it's just gonna send something over. So we will use a feature in Rust called multiple producer single channel, MPSC. So that will be TXRX, which is a common syntax for it. It will be receiver, and this is transceiver, like sender. It will be MPSC channel, and what we return RX. So it will be receiver. Its type is receiver, and it returns, well, it returns the result of this function, stdio result string, and it is returned by thread spawn move. We need to move the transceiver tx.send get line, and we unwrap it, and that will be it. We just need to fix the imports. So it will be use std thread std sync mpsc. We take the self, we need mpsc, or we take just channel and receiver. So we go to channel, and it will be like so. Now we've got the async get line, and once we have that, what we're gonna do right here is try get line, try receive, if let okay red equals try receive, we're gonna break. But we also want to check if there is an error. If let error e equals red, print line error reading line. So we have this. Okay. Once we have all of this, I believe we can test it out. So let's scan for money value. Right, 64.98. We have some matches. 96. We have just one match. All right, so it's at 96. Let's write to everything once, and let's write value 100. write it done, and we print, we have 100. And do we have 100? We have 99, so it updated. Oops. So we will write once write it done. Yay, we've got the value. Now, now, we can try the continuous write, which will be continuous write. Write this continuously. So now, as you can see, it forces the value. This is absolutely incredible. So like, I believe there is some tiny chance that in between the writes it's gonna like miss it, but it forces the value. Come on, this is what we were going for. This is absolutely it. This allows us to override values, and no matter what the match count is, we have money. And like, we can press enter. It says write done, and now it goes down. I believe this is pretty cool. Haha. Alrighty. So we did this. So yeah, we did it. We absolutely nailed it. What we did in this episode. We added write command, which is absolutely necessary if you want to overwrite the values. We added some nice parsing, and just to show you write, so we write, it says other error. Huh. What the hell is this? Other error. Oh, wait, what, it didn't work? Oh, it has other error as in, oh, you go to the definition, it will be a single simple representation, while we need to actually, instead of that, we just display like so. But now, if we type in error, yeah, it says other error, no matches found. Yay. So now, if we just search str, whatever the hell this is, sdaf, got 2 matches. And if we write something like this, wrong thing, once, something like, say, it failed to parse index. So write this like so, it failed to parse mode. If we just parse something like so, it just prints usage because we didn't pass enough arguments. And if we just like do like so, same thing. If we reset and type write, it says no matches found. And I believe that's about it. So yeah, this episode we added the write function. Parses values, it writes, it has both continuous and once mode. Continuous mode uses a thread, which is right here in async getLine, using a channel and a thread. It sends through the channel as soon as it finds, as soon as it gets a single line from the input. And yeah, other than that, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. Next episode. What the hell is on the next episode? We will add some pattern building. It will be spicy and juicy. We will try to find a unique pattern for the entire module, for that particular match in like the global variables. That's gonna make everything really, really useful. And yeah, I think that's gonna be fabulous, fantastic. So yeah, afterwards we might do some optimization work, but next episode is gonna be spicy. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this episode. I absolutely loved making this. It makes the tool very useful, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more quality content, and see you in the next one. Don't forget, my name was Heap. Yours was undefined. See ya.